it's an invite. It was, in a sense, a very well-planned event, about 1,000 to 1,500 people. That was the way the attendance was capped at. Kenyans are eagerly awaiting to hear the manifesto that will be presented here today, a couple of weeks after the other leading political formation, Azimio, launched their manifesto. Now, for Kenya Kwanza, in the past, they've talked quite a bit about their economic model, the bottom-up approach, and many will be waiting to hear tonight how they plan to implement it. And in terms of a build-up to this, we know that Kenya Kwanza has been moving around the country, a culmination of many meetings held with the electorate, as well as different charters that have already been signed with different sectors. It's expected, it's hoped that the Deputy President will today reveal how he intends to tackle issues currently facing the country, the high cost of living, inflation, announced today by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics as at 7.9%. This is a 5-year high. Last month, KNBS announced it at 7.1%, which was a 2-year high. And so the cost of living is definitely rising. High food prices, cost of fuel as well. And so this is an issue that Kenyans hope will be addressed in this manifesto launch. The question of the revival of the economy, reforms in the education sector, health sector, and agriculture sector. Those are some of the questions I believe are on the minds and hearts of Kenyans this evening as they await to hear from Kenya Kwanza team. So we are live from Kasarani. We will continue to give you more details as and when we get them. And we have our teams on the ground. I'll be speaking with our senior news anchor and editor, Nimrod Tabu, shortly, just to get a sense of what the next 2 hours could look like at that venue, who is in attendance, and whether he's been able to get a sense of what could be in that manifesto. That has been a talking point. Kenya Kwanza representatives have been in our studios for the last couple of weeks. They've been promising that it will be a manifesto that speaks to the economy, that speaks to the current challenges that Kenyans are facing. And so the moment of reckoning is here. You can see MPs, senators, leaders in that congregation there, in that audience. And it appears that the main podium is at the center of the gymnasium at Kasarani, a specific setup with their presentation in mind. And so we'll continue giving you more details. And I'll also be talking to our Nimrod Tabu shortly. I also have guests here in studio who will help us to analyze what could possibly come out of this particular launch based on what we've been hearing during those economic charters that have been happening around the country, and different statements that have been made by leading Kenya Kwanza representatives in different media houses and on the podium during various rallies. But this is not the only manifesto launch happening this evening. We are also live at the KICC, where the Roots Party and its presidential flag bearer is Professor George Luchire Wajakoya, is also set to announce what his plan is for Kenya, should Kenyans give him the mandate on the 9th of August. What we're seeing right now at the KICC seems to be the build-up, the warm-up to this, the pre-event. And young people gathered there, I think, dancing to their reggae tunes. And this has been a key trademark of the Wajakoya campaign, the kind of shirts, the paraphernalia they've been wearing. And the messaging has been one that appeals to young people. And so it's no surprise to see this as the build-up to that particular event at the KICC Amphitheater. This event was supposed to kick off at 4 p.m. We anticipate it will start any minute now, and we will also endeavor to let you know what's happening there as and when we get the details. But earlier on, we had seen, we had noted that the presidential candidate, George Wajakoya, had arrived. I expect that Justina Wamai, his running mate, is also there. And they are one of the 4 presidential candidates that was cleared by the IEBC. Their spokesperson there, James Wilfred Gathoni, also known as Jemo Yulemse, giving directions. Let's listen briefly to his announcements.
Nataka kusoma a few house rules. Kidogo tu jamaa wa filimbi, utaitumia vizuri. Sawa? First of all, when anyone is speaking, tafadhali usipige filimbi. Let's use them to celebrate. Si tuko tusi hapa si wote ni rasta, si ndio? So the 5th is coming in a few minutes.